I look for tellable stories that are physically tellable, and from a plot point of view, that which is at least pliable.
Welcome back to the Life Plot Podcast with your host, Mario Benitez. I hope everybody's doing fucking good, man. It's been a little while. Life is rolling on. New York City's returning back to normal. Comedy is fucking going, which I'm happy about. Happy to be out and about doing the damn thing, man. Trying to bring some, jokes to the world. Couple chistes. I don't got too much to talk about this week, so I'm just going to get straight into my guest, which is my homie, JaRon Young. JaRon Young is an actor and fellow stand-up comedian, also a fellow unusual culprit. We put together sketches, shows all around the fucking city, so you should catch one of them soon with us. We just got into a couple things about politics and getting back into the grind, and we talked about psychedelics, which was really fun. JaRon is always awesome to speak to, man, because in comedy, he's one of the dudes that I do kind of speak about, stresses and fucking the depression that comes in my life sometime. There's some deep things, and it's always cool to reflect with him upon this. Thank you for returning. And this is JaRon Young.
Oh, yeah. I love
a song with Mike Tyson?
The beginning is like a little clip of Mike Tyson.
Mm-hmm. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I was like, Mike Tyson spitting now?
Yeah, Freddie Gibbs is so good, man. Let me see if it's Big Boss Rabbit, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yo, not for nothing, Mike Tyson got some good wisdom, bro.
I know, bro.
Mike Tyson is a fucking philosopher, bro.
I'm the best.
Yo, the shit he's like, the shit he says now. Mm-hmm. You listen to his like podcast?
I've listened to like clips of it, yeah.
Bro, he be saying like, I think to me he's even like he did what he did in like sports, but now he's just like even more iconic to me because he has this like this perspective on things, like a lot of unique shit that people never did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The youngest champion and shit.
Yeah.
Like, and then like the way he could break it down, and he'd just be on like psychedelics and shit.
I know, yeah.
So I feel like I get that.
Yeah. He's like a big ass advertisement for psychedelics.
Dude, like he just be eating shrooms all the time.
Exactly, yeah. And keeps him calm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it keeps him calm and keeps him I don't know.
Yeah, would you ever do like psychedelics?
I want to, but I feel like
keep the gun right here, bro.
I feel like
Bud Dwyer, that old Faces of Death. The podcast, that's when I blow up and shit. Literally.
What does Christopher Walken say before he shoots himself in the head in Deer Hunter?
Oh,
I think it's like one shot or something like that.
Shit, yeah. That movie's great.
Yeah.
Slow burn, but like
It's a great film.
Yeah, especially like all those 70s. That was in the 70s, right?
Yeah.
70s flicks had that like that pace, bro. That's like the best.
I mean, the first like 20 minutes of it is them like dancing, but it's like to see how happy they were.
Yeah. And it's fucking, dude, I miss films like that. I don't know if some films do that nowadays.
Yeah, there's some shit like that now.
Yeah, but I don't know that those stories, they were like, I guess unique now. Like I don't know if anybody's writing shit like that no more.
Paul Thomas Anderson.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Paul Thomas Anderson.
Yeah, he does take his time too. And he's got a fucking, that cinematography he uses is fucking dope.
Yeah.
Other shit like that. I haven't been watching too many films. What you seen anything good lately?
I saw something bad lately.
Yeah, like it's all been like shitty, bro.
I had fun watching Army of the Dead.
You know what? It started off like the first 20 minutes. I was like, yo, this is gonna be like Dawn of the Dead, the remake, and I was amped up for it. Yeah. And then it just got me upset.
It's definitely too long. But it's like way too long. But all Zack Snyder's movies are too long.
Yeah.
I was like, we don't need.
So man, be doing like
zombies, bro. like a 2 hour 45 minutes.
A 3 hour zombie epic.
Yeah.
Lord of the Zombies.
And still doesn't manage to fit all the shit in that he needs to fit in to like make some of the shit in. Make some of this stuff work later.
Yeah, which is crazy. Like he still misses out shit.
I know. Yeah, it's like, bro, you couldn't develop this love story in two and a half hours.
No, I need 6 hour epic.
Exactly. Yeah.
2 DVD special.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like cut 10 slow motions.
That's his style.
Yeah. No, I like him. I don't think he's people like I don't get how people like hate filmmakers who are like competent.
Yeah.
Like I understand hating like Michael Bay. Like Michael Bay sucks. Right?
I was actually gonna call him a new Michael Bay.
Oh really? No, he's not a new Michael Bay.
Visually. I
no,
think.
He's much better visually. I think that's like where his biggest strength is.
Yeah.
He's like he makes shit that's like visually interesting or
Yeah.
visually different. I don't know if it's always because sometimes it is like I do get the criticism and sometimes it looks washed out.
Yeah.
I get that, but I like his visual style. I just think his storytelling sometimes is like off.
Yeah.
But at least he's like swinging for something big. Michael Bay is just like unashamedly a fucking teenage kid, like a teenage boy. Like, yeah.
Those spin fucking. Yeah, I just want to blow things up.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
Dad.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's fucking do some explosions.
What if we gave a Transformers balls? How about what if we put balls on a Transformer?
Yo, it's true.
Yeah.
Fucking psychedelics though.
Yeah.
You say you would actually do it?
I want to.
Yeah.
I'm too neurotic, so I don't know if it would be a good. I don't know if it'd be a good trip. I think it'd be good for me in the long run. You know, because I think that's the reason why I'm interested in it is because I'm so in my head all the time, and I think it would be like helpful. Like I would do it as like medicine.
That
But,
shit, I think it would.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes you to some certain places.
Yeah.
That like I always tell people, like if you're gonna use it, you might go from on the spectrum of like balling out, figuring something out about yourself, and like crying and shit, and then you could just in a couple of minutes, then you just be laughing, playing a maraca, listening to Bob Marley,
playing a maraca,
and that's happened to me in one trip, you know,
playing a maraca, bro.
Yeah, no, for real, dude.
Where the fuck did you get a maraca from?
We had like,
it was a
maraca, you know,
handy?
the little eggs with the little beats.
Oh, okay.
Dude, I was playing that shit for like an hour straight, bro. But I was making sure I was killing each song.
Yeah.
And no lie, it was right here. It was right
You
here.
sitting in that chair when he's sitting.
I was listening to that shit, and like it was just fun.
Yeah.
But making noise feels fun on it for some reason.
Okay.
Like if you got a conga or some shit,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
Just creating things that make you in this realm of reality is just interesting on that shit.
Okay. Yeah, because my worry is like I don't do well on edibles.
Yeah.
So like if I don't do well on something that's like only a tiny bit of like hallucinogen, right? Like it just makes things like shit gets
Psychotropic
kind of
shit.
brighter. Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck would happen if I took like something that's
But
like,
what do you consider not
where
doing
shit looks
well?
like it's like where the makes the couch look like it's popping locking,
bro. Right here.
Yeah.
I did like close to 5 grams once. That was like the most me and like homies took.
Yeah.
And I always trip with the same people and shit, you know? We do it like ritualistically almost. Get a nice visual playlist.
Yeah.
We got a nice, we got a thing called Voyager. It's like a music playlist. Just with like shit from Zeppelin to like Spungel and like dope shit. Like even the Omni Padre hymns and shit. From like Tibetan. Like, and like, that shit will like get you in zones. But, yeah, I've been right here before, like on the height of, and everything was doing something.
Yeah.
Like, the couch was like a bubble in space.
Yeah, exactly.
Then the wall was like slowly melting,
Yeah.
and then it was bugged out.
Yeah.
But
See,
that
I need my furniture to stay the fuck still.
it's weird though. You just gotta keep it in your mind that it's not real. Like kind of, it is and isn't.
Yeah.
So, but it also nobody can tell you that it isn't real because it's happening.
Exactly.
Your mind is perceiving it that way.
Yeah.
So it's happening.
Yeah.
You know, your consciousness, whatever it is in that moment, is kind of creating these images for you to feel, and it's fucking bugged out. So that's how some people do lose their shit on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Yeah. I mean, but like, and that's the thing. It's like when I take, because I'm at least pretty good about like now that I've gotten older. I'm pretty good about having a thought that's like weird, or having a thought that's like negative,
Yeah.
like doubtful or whatever, and then having like a little bit of like a not like fully latching onto it all the way. I can do that like I can do that sometimes now, but like when I'm on edibles or like there's like some sort of like thing that's like mind altering,
Yeah.
I can't do it anymore.
Ah.
I can't. Like the last time the last time I had an edible, I was on a beach, and it was like me and a bunch of friends, and I didn't know everybody as well because it was my ex's friends.
See, I would tell you that's already a bad
Bro.
place to be.
Bro,
Yeah.
they walked over. They were like, "Oh yeah, this guy's gonna bring vegan weed cupcakes," and I was like, all right, cool. It was like the vegan weed. I've never had those.
So this is
before.
what got you blasted?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they were like, but I ate the cupcake. The dude came, he passed the cupcakes out. I ate the cupcake. I was like, yo, this is incredible. Like, it tastes better than any cupcake, like a regular cupcake.
Yeah.
Like, it was incredible. And I ate the whole thing, and then somebody came over and was like, yo, Will said don't eat the whole thing because some of them are really strong. He said only eat half, and I was like, well, I just ate the whole thing. And I was like,
buckle up.
Bro, I was like sitting on the beach, and it hit while I was talking to my friend's dad, which is I just started giggling for no reason at all. But then I was like, yo, am I like the only person who's high like this? And I look around, I look over, and somebody's meditating on the beach. I was like, okay, cool. As long as I'm not the only one. For everybody, other people just making like circles with their fingers on the sand. Like, it was wild, bro. But I couldn't I was just really self-conscious. Because I guess the other thing too is I'm usually at like a high level of anxiety, but it I guess made me more that way.
Yeah.
So like at one point, I had to put something in the car, and I walked over to the car, and it was the only car in the whole parking lot with the trunk open. And I was standing in the car like, yo, is this the car? Yo, is this the car? And they're having a whole conversation, and I'm just like, is this the car? And I'm like, should I just ask them if it's the car? No, if I ask them if it's the car, then they'll know I'm real high. So I just stood there.
You were
holding this
analyzing
box awkwardly
everything
in front of the trunk that was wide open. It's the only trunk. It's the only trunk, and I knew it
The
was
most
the car.
high opened it for you.
Bro, yeah, exactly.
You're like, is it?
Exactly. I'm like, yo, is this the? Because I don't want to put this birthday cake in somebody else's trunk and then have them drive away. I imagine how the whole thing could go wrong. Yeah, so I don't know. That's the thing. I'm like nervous about.
Yo, you know what it is though? I will say this. I used to get like that even smoking just weed, bro.
Yeah.
When I first started smoking, I would be like in parties and shit. And then like if you introduce somebody I didn't know, bro, it would just be bad.
Yeah.
Bro. One time my boys in Chicago got me so fucking high that like, and this dude was in a party, right, that I didn't know. And bro, I didn't like his vibe, right? And he said something to one of my friends, and the way he spoke made me just. I'm high, by the way, but I got. You know how I get sometimes. I can get angry if motherfuckers are disrespectful.
Yeah.
Or like, I feel like I got to talk up about it.
Yeah,
like, it's like, especially if I'm being cool.
Yeah.
So bro, I'm zooted like I never been zooted before.
Yeah.
This new character who's a kind of big dude.
Yeah.
He's just the way he spoke to somebody I knew was disrespectful.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, I'm gonna knock this motherfucker out. Yo.
Yeah.
And then like my friend sees me, he's like, yo, you alright? I'm like, yo, man, honestly, I think I'm about to embarrass myself in this party.
Yeah.
But this dude's vibe right here has got me wanting to hurt him. Yo.
Yeah.
I was like, am I bugging? And he's like, nah, he's kind of a dick.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, all right. But bro, I had to told him, yo, can you just watch me? 'Cause I stood in a corner for like 3 hours at a party, bro. And I was like, yo, just watch me because I don't know if I'm going to... I feel like I didn't want to be that guy there that starts to fucking rumble. It just... Oh, he's from New York. What the fuck is his problem?
Yeah.
I didn't want to be that dude.
Yeah.
But I literally stood there just angry like...
Yeah. Just staring at him.
Like, I should just fuck this motherfucker. Like, it was such a bad, negative... hours in that corner. There's a picture of me from that day. I'll probably put it up in this if I can find it. I'm standing in the corner. Don't lie. And you see me, everybody's like having fun, and I'm like, yo, just pissed.
Yeah.
And it was such a fucking that was. So I know what that is.
Yeah.
In moments like that, you shouldn't be around any new energy that you don't understand really. You know, that's why, especially with like shrooms and shit, I always try to do it around the same people. Like if I don't feel comfortable showing any type of emotion around you, you know, from being like really down about something or like sad to just being ecstatic about shit and laughing. If I can't feel comfortable there, I will not do shit like that around a person. Just because you get in your head and it causes that loop. You're like, yo, it's like a feedback loop. The information you're processing is just keeps you stuck.
Yeah, and that usual filter, like, because your inhibition is worn down. So inhibition, your defenses are down.
Yeah.
Like you're more impulsive. So like yeah, that filter that usually filters out dumb thoughts or like negative thoughts or whatever thoughts.
You start feeling like acting on them.
You start feeling, and you also just you can't like, even if you're aware that they're not, like I was aware of shit that like thinking thoughts that weren't like, that obviously weren't correct. I just couldn't, like I was like defenseless almost.
Yeah, dude, that's a spooky place to be.
Mm-hmm.
But it is only our minds doing it.
I know, yeah.
Which is bugged out.
Yeah.
It's like kind of getting comfortable with our mind on these different tracks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which I think is interesting with comedy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we do weird like mental flexes with comedy.
Mm-hmm.
If you think about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes when you're performing and you're editing,
Yeah.
you're doing like, you're in a train of thought ahead of yourself
Mm-hmm.
while going down the separate one.
Yeah.
You know? So you're
Yeah.
opening up like two parallel universes in your mind.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. That might be far out, trippy shit.
Yeah, I
but-
mean, like, it's our brains can do, it's like different parts of your brain do different things.
Yeah.
But it is, you're not, usually when I'm like on stage and I'm doing something that I'm trying to like work on, I just try to be present because that's how I find shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Be in the room.
Yeah, because even if I'm like talking and trying to figure it out while I'm talking, it doesn't, like, I'm not connecting with them, and that's
Yeah.
the most important thing.
Yeah, that is, it's like being in the zone with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or trying to be.
Or trying to be.
Yeah.
But then sometimes you feel like you're in a zone when you're robotic too.
Mm-hmm.
When you just bang out the act.
Yeah,
like, like
Yeah, you do it in your sleep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got all the punchlines ready,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah, I mean you're performing it, but yeah, it's more you can because I feel like there's like different schools of thought for stand up. Like some people are just like performing their shit,
Yeah.
right? I think I definitely fall more into like being a good because I'm an actor, right? Or I come from acting, so like being like a good performer and like let me nail. I gotta like nail this blocking. You know what I mean? Like
hit
I know
the
how
lines.
exactly. I know how to hit the lines and like the points, but I'm trying to get better at being less perform. Like you want to perform on like an audition or something, right? But I want to be more like more in the moment.
Yeah,
like you
in
and
the
like
community.
me are good at that shit. Like just being like in the like just being like there, like being present. You know what I mean? Like if this goes like if it takes me to like a weird place, let's just go to the weird place.
Let's just talk about
and
it.
not worry about my material for a while. Like I want to get better at doing that.
Yeah, it's like I was talking to you yesterday about that, but it's
Mm-hmm.
like getting comfortable with sacrificing your set almost.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, but that's also the fun of it, because now you're taking that moment for yourself.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck it, I'm just going to be me up here.
Mm-hmm.
I get nervous with that, though.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I go goofy shit, you
Yeah,
know? And I'm
yeah.
like, a motherfucker's going to get what I'm talking about up here.
Yeah, yeah.
Which you snapping out of it. But it's fun to do that.
Mm-hmm.
It does make it more interesting.
Yeah, and it's more honest and it's more true, and it's like it's more it's just more in the moment, and you're connecting with people, and that's the dope thing about stand up in general. Like if you're doing a theater show, like obviously you're trying to perform.
Yeah, of course. You're going to
Wow.
deliver.
Exactly, yeah, you got to deliver like things and hit certain points. You're not really doing a lot of crowd work or like riffing, but like in a club, that's the dope thing about being in a club is like
It's very personal.
Yeah.
Personable, I guess.
yeah exactly
Yeah.
I'm trying to get not comfortable enough, but like not care so much about being like precious with like my material and my jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like, I don't know. I feel like there's been a split in like how I look at my material.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the, before COVID era fucking jokes and like
yeah.
after COVID era shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, what do I really want to be saying?
Mm-hmm.
And what do I want to talk about is like, just because I can make it funny, should it be funny?
Mm-hmm.
Or like, I'm also trying to like learn how to process how to, if you're not feeling well on a day on stage, like, do you just disconnect from that at all and still deliver like, or do you give like, do you let yourself be a little darker, but still try to give something? You get what I'm saying? I don't know if
Yeah,
that
I know
makes
what
sense.
you mean. Yeah, I mean that's the same shit. It's like different for everybody. I think some people it helps for that like however long they're on stage to just be like I have this thing to focus on, because I do think that even if you start the way that you feel, like you go up and you feel depressed, if it's going well, eventually you forget that. You at least forget about
That's
like,
true.
the shit that's in your
It
head.
is a medicine right there.
Right,
That
yeah,
shit.
it's like at least for that time that you're up there, if you're really like there and present with them. It's like the same thing as like with acting, because like you start from the energy that you have, and like no matter what it is, right? You're like, okay, I have this energy, right? Like the whatever the scene requires, and then you let it go wherever the fuck it wants to go. And I think probably being on stage should probably be the same way.
Yeah, that there is the similarities of art like that. It is hard though. I still just I like when you just don't feel good on a certain day.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, I gotta go be the clown.
Yeah.
And it's but like you said, it does all actually make you feel good too.
That's a shitty. That I mean, that's one of the things about comedy that makes you feel like a dickhead is that it's simple but it's hard.
It's true.
It
looks hella simple to
like,
people that
it
don't
is
try.
simple. It is. It's like, yo, get up on stage, tell jokes. How do I get better? Write a bunch, get up in different rooms, tell your jokes in different rooms, do crowd work. Like that's that is a right?
good
It's
recipe.
like simple,
yeah.
right? But it's hard.
Yeah.
All that shit takes mad long to learn how to do.
Because
it takes
you're dealing
10
with
years just
people.
learning how to fucking throw one punch. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy.
It's crazy. Like I'm only in my 6th year, so I think about like when I was first writing. I'm still new. We're still all new.
Yeah.
Compared to the real fucking trajectory in this game, you know.
Yeah.
But compared to what I was writing in the beginning, I'm like, wow, it is wild how you fine tune it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like, but it's also you got to find moments that keep you going with this shit. Like, I think about that, like, because sometimes I'm like, sometimes it feels shitty. There's so many no's you get in this, and so many doors closing, and like opportunities getting fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, and then it's like, but there's also just that one set that keeps you going.
And also we have like it's good that we have a crew. Like that's important too. You know.
Yeah.
Like that's. I think I don't know if I would have. I probably would have quit like last year. Yeah, I probably would have quit because I was gonna take like a long ass break, and the studio was like, I was like, yeah, I'm just not gonna do stand up from like June until January.
And then the pandemic was like, I got you.
No. This was like before.
Oh, before.
And then Stewie was like, no. Stewie was like, don't do that. He was like, just do it less. And if you feel like just do it less because it's hard to get started again. And I was like, okay, cool, all right, cool. And then I did it more often, and I got like cool. Like I did. That was the year I did the New York Comedy Club shit.
Oh, cool.
And then
which was dope.
yeah, which was cool. And then I got to submit a tape for Just for Laughs, like all that shit. Like that was the year I had all that shit. So I was gonna quit.
Yeah, that's the year you start getting the doors
Yeah,
open.
I need to threaten to quit again, bro. That's
I'm fucking done.
I'm done.
I'm done with this shit. God damn it.
I'm done.
Damn you, comedy, and damn you, God. Like, tomorrow I blow up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Somebody finds a random old sketch that I did.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
Let's give this guy a contract.
How's nobody found this guy yet? What are people doing?
That's the trick to success.
Yeah, exactly. Threatening to fucking quit.
There's something like that though, because I think that's going into the I don't give a fuck. Where you start not giving a fuck about the outcome.
Yeah.
It kind of changes things. You're willing to play in the chaos of outcomes.
Yeah.
You know, in the chaotic nature of nature.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, this shit is down to the fucking very core of atoms. That's how shit goes. So you just don't know what one thing could lead to another.
Yeah.
And that's how, you know, that's how a
being
lot
in
of
the
shit
process
happens.
feels right. Like you feel like I know when I'm like when I'm like working every day and like not every day, but like working hard and like being serious about getting up on stage and writing, taking all my writing seriously, while still like trying to keep like loose and like live and shit. Like I feel like I'm on the correct path.
Yeah.
Whereas like if I'm not doing that stuff, I feel bad, you know, because then I think that's when I start worrying about like where I am. But if I'm like just sit down at my desk for like 45 minutes to an hour, try to brainstorm some shit, go get up on stage, read a little bit, like then I feel good. I'm not worried about like the fact that like I live in a box.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, it's
like,
true.
Yeah.
It helps the perspective.
Yeah.
My friend, who's also an actor, he's on the West Coast right now. Gussie, Gustavo Ramirez. He told me some shit, and I'm a botcher, but he told me some shit the other day because me and him started out doing improv together.
Okay.
And like it was just mad fun. Like he was acting, and then he was like, "Yo, I'll do this improv joint, come through," and that's kind of where it set me off into doing stand up.
Yeah.
I had wanted to do stand up before.
Yeah.
But the improv actually set me on the trajectory to just getting on stage by myself. But yeah, he told me some shit the other day, like about like how far we have come with what we've been doing, And he was like, yeah, you can't get caught up in like the now moment.
Yeah.
Because if you're gonna be doing this for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Like, just go down the journey and see what happens.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I was like, that. He said it way cooler actually, but that's the gist of it.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's fucking true.
Yeah.
It's like, I think I'm stuck with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly,
like,
man.
Or
yeah.
it's stuck with me.
Yeah. And that's the important thing too, is like to keep reminding ourselves that shit.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. You just keep. It's like, what else are you gonna do?
It's true.
You know, which kind of feels like trapping yourself, but at the same time, it's like, what else? I don't want to do anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're fucking jesters, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
You know what I've been thinking about lately? Because I feel like a big chunk of a portion of just all comedy over the last like maybe 5 years was heavily in politics. You know, like everything with Donald Trump, it all wrote itself.
Yeah.
Right? This
Yeah.
motherfucker was this motherfucker was #1 clown every day.
Yeah.
So the reality was bugged on, and you know, you always heard it on stage and shit. Even myself. But that was bringing in these structures that run us, right? The government, etc. It was bringing it into pop culture because it needed to be kind of.
Yeah.
But you see the safety net now, right? Like, meaning like now that Biden is in office, everybody, I don't think as many people are involved with paying attention to policy.
Oh yeah. No,
paying
not at all.
attention to, you know, this is what's going on.
Yeah.
These new bills that are trying to get passed.
Yeah.
You know, who's running for what.
Yeah.
And I think there's a danger in that. That, you know, it's like the safety, the danger of safety, if that makes any fucking
it's
sense.
Like comfort.
Yeah.
It's like comfort, but it's also comfort that we shouldn't. It's like we shouldn't be this comfortable.
No.
You know, it's like niggas still don't have health care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think we're also excited to be outside again too. I
Yeah,
think that's
nobody
that's
gives
also a big part of it too. So
It's the calamity of.
Yeah, I feel like people should be able to have summer. But the other thing too is like while we're having a summer, states in the South are making it illegal to vote.
Oh,
It's like,
bringing up
it's like y'all
old
can
shit,
vote
bro.
from 5 to 7.
Yeah.
like PM.
That's
like,
it, yeah.
Like you can vote
4:30 to 4:65.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Like 65.
Y'all can vote.
That doesn't even
Y'all can
exist.
vote on February 30th.
Come through.
Come through.
And like nobody's paying attention right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. That is a scary thing.
And I think I wonder how much so if it's like if it can't be pop culture, because everything we do in America is through pop culture.
Yeah.
That changes the I don't know what the word is, but it changes more things in this country than anything else. If you could put it into a fucking movie, a meme, especially if it's comical, that shit'll spread way quicker and make more people pay attention.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and I can't make nothing funny about that. Well, there is funny things about the time.
Yeah.
But it's so like, now that it's not absurd, it's like you need to make the absurdity again.
Yeah.
Because it was writing itself for us. So.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think this. I don't know. I mean, just like that, it's like we just joked around about the
voting shit.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
yeah.
true.
Yeah,
No,
voter
you're right.
suppression, right? So like, it's not the best joke, but you throw it on a paper.
Yeah, you
know
can
what
talk
I mean?
about
Like,
it. Yeah,
you throw it on a paper and be like,
yeah, you
all
can
right,
punch
cool.
that up.
Yeah, you throw it on a paper, and try to see what you can do with it. So yeah, I think there is. You just got to look for it,
I think like right now, since people stop paying attention, this is the time like everything does get snuck in. You do have these voter suppression laws, these fucking even these new gun laws. Like
bro.
You're releasing more guns.
Yeah.
At such a chaotic time where motherfuckers ain't working, you're coming off of stir crazy motherfuckers.
Yeah,
It's
at
like,
the time where people are more depressed than they'll ever be, they go and get a gun and shoot people up.
And it's like you're doing, and it ain't. This is another thing I think is funny because people will say, "Oh, this is the plan of individuals." I don't think it's any specific plan per se. I think it's just people doing what they want to do. It's the reflection of
You
people.
mean like people shooting?
Yeah,
people?
not just shooting, but like making certain laws.
Oh, okay.
It's their constituents. People are cool with it. There's a lot of shit we shouldn't be cool with.
Yeah.
And people just let it go because
they do it because we allow it.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's like, yo, bro, and who really is Mitch McConnell? Like, who really is Joe Biden? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly,
like,
yeah.
we need to start fucking coming together on something.
Hold them accountable. But the other thing too is it's hard to do that because I don't know. It's like it's such a zero sum. People just think like if like sometimes people will look at something like a bill like free healthcare, right? Like a lot of times people are like, oh yeah, if everybody gets free healthcare, then like what about people who aren't working? What about people who don't deserve it? It's like, no, everybody should have it. We just lived through a fucking pandemic where people couldn't go to the doctor.
Yeah.
Right? Like you want people to be able to go to the doctor when they feel sick and can spread a potentially deadly disease.
If you're supposed to be the most balling country,
exactly, yeah,
that's the least you could do.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Of course, we got other social programs.
Yeah.
But healthcare shouldn't be tied, especially to your fucking job.
No.
Like, how many people lost their healthcare?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
If I was working at my old job, I would have lost it completely throughout the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, and now I got to go buy insulin for over a G.
Yeah.
It's bugged out.
That's crazy.
You know, I don't know. I think there's a lot of danger in like safety.
Yeah. No, and just in comfort.
Yeah,
in comfort. But the other thing too is like if we actually paid attention, we realize it's not safe.
Exactly.
You know, but we don't pay attention. But I do think that people, like I've been like, because I did like a lot of like donating to shit and like pole working.
You were stripping?
Yeah, man, I was out here, yo. Bro, we had to get Trump out, fam.
That's what brought
we
you
had to
out.
get him out, bro. I was out there. I was doing the human flag with no draws on, man. I was like, we got to get him out.
The flag is flown at full
exactly,
staff,
bro. I'm a patriot.
That's how motherfuckers voted.
That was my signature move, half-mast.
We're at full mast today.
Exactly, yeah. They play taps. But no, yeah, I was like trying to be like involved in like aware and like make like phone calls for shit and like, but yeah, I've been beating myself up a little bit about it because I was like, oh, you did it. You did the thing people were saying you were gonna do. Like you're gonna like lose that edge and stop paying attention. But it's like there's only so much you can kind of mentally take in, and that the last 4 years were so crazy, man, that I feel like we at least deserve a summer.
No, you're right. Like, you're absolutely right.
I deserve a summer at least.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Yeah.
I look at like some of the things that make sense in the country, right? Like the infrastructure bill. Mm-hmm. Like everybody should be down with that.
Yeah.
Like it shouldn't be a party going against one another about it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, especially all these motherfuckers. Like, we're really not gonna tax certain motherfuckers that doubled their billions during this last couple of years.
Yeah.
And people like that's the Republican Party. Mm-hmm. It's like motherfuckers are just for self and for that money.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, that's on the Democratic side too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A lot of same shit.
Yeah.
Corporate, Democrats and shit.
Interests,
yeah. So it's different sides of the same coin. Mm-hmm. But wow, the Republicans just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, man. Because I mean, that's the thing. You can't let people see the other side getting shit done.
Exactly.
That's their whole strategy. It's like if we just don't let anybody see them getting anything done, then we win.
Yeah, they'll come to us.
Exactly.
Even though all the things they do is repealing things, they don't come with nothing new to the table except tax cuts.
No.
And it's like, and it's never for us.
Yeah.
It's never for the fucking working man.
Yeah, no.
It's always for the fucking rich fuck.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you need another fucking yacht?
Exactly.
Like, bro, come on.
Exactly.
Like,
it's like I could like understand. Like that's the thing too. Is like they don't put any conditions into the tax breaks either, right? Like I can understand if it's like, oh, we'll give you a tax break we'll give you a tax break if you're paying your workers like $20 an hour, right? Like if you want to like incentivize people to give like good jobs,
which makes
but
fucking great sense.
Exactly, right? I should fucking run.
Yeah,
bro.
I should, right? Hit the
run,
polls,
man.
cat.
Like 80 people ran for mayor. I should have fucking.
I'll help you, bro. Let me write some speeches.
Damn, man.
I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. I'm here to tell you what you need to hear.
Yeah, man. I wonder. Yeah, you need like that cadence if you're gonna run for president.
Yeah.
That's the other thing too. You need like everybody needs a cadence. Yeah, exactly. Joe Biden doesn't have a cadence because his brain.
That's
brain
it. That's it.
He's like,
that wheel is going.
Look here. He's just like has no cadence. But yeah, you need a.
But he's
cadence,
also
bro.
like 104, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know,
You need a cadence.
my man was helping Caesar run government. He was like, my man was.
Look here, Jack. I was there while Nero watched Rome burn.
I helped pick up those fucking ashes.
We passed the bill to get Rome back on track.
And we're gonna do the same in America.
Exactly right.
That's fucking. Biden's fucking old though.
He is very old, bro.
That's another thing. We just be getting old ass candidates,
That's
but also young ones be like. I guess there is a middle ground, right?
Mm-hmm. I
So
guess Obama was that.
yeah,
Obama
he was like he's still hip even to this motherfucking day. I know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Obama was attached. It's funny that to say he was hip because he was a black dude, but
Yeah.
he kind of was.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, but he was also like 43.
He was really young. Yeah,
He was super young.
I think he was like 2 years over the age
when he was running.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
you only
it's like
allowed
30s.
to run at 41.
No, I think it's 35.
For real?
I think so. Yeah.
Nah, you can't tell me I could run for president.
I think so. Yeah. I think it's
Yo,
35. But
I'm not gonna tell you what you want to hear. That's my speech.
Because I think Buttigieg is like in his 30s.
Yeah, I thought it was like 41 or 40.
I don't think so. I think it's 35.
That's-
I think it's 35 and you have to be born here. But
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I could, but this is the thing. I can't. You feel like you could because you got good intentions.
Yeah.
But then the work is a different thing.
the work is a different thing, and also the money you need is a different thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The money is probably right now the hardest thing to. You could run
Hundreds of millions of dollars.
billions.
Yeah.
Like motherfuckers spend billions on
Yeah,
campaigns.
yeah.
But like, the work is the real thing you need. It's like a lot of people think you could just do that shit.
Yeah.
Even if you ran in like city council.
Yeah.
When motherfuckers start bringing you, things about building regulations and shit, you're looking at that like, like, oh, I thought I could just talk shit. My mom tell this, tell that landlord not to do that.
What does concurrent mean?
No, for real.
Yeah.
And it's like that's the real problem. And we're at a goofy point because motherfuckers, like in my head, but because I'm aware of the work that really it takes, I know I can't.
Yeah.
But still in my head, I'm like, I could probably do that
Yeah,
shit.
exactly. Yeah.
And I know I can't.
If I put my mind to it, like I don't, like I wouldn't want to, like I don't want to do that work, but like if I did want to do that work,
I would do it.
I would do it.
And it's just like, no.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then people shit on people like Kamala Harris, right? Like, yeah, she has some goofy Democratic corporatist shit, but she knows a lot of that realm because she's done a lot of the work. I don't agree with a lot of shit on her.
Yeah.
But it's still like the legislation and fucking just the real paperwork that comes with that shit.
Yeah.
The real work.
Like, I think that's what we learned was just because people go, oh, it doesn't matter, like I don't vote because of that, but like, yo, competence is important.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you have to, at the very least, you have to, like, I get it if you're like I was telling people who weren't voting, I was like, yo, if it was like Mitt Romney versus Joe Biden and you weren't voting, like, I completely get that. I completely being like, yo, I have no like passion about either of these motherfuckers, and they're both going to run the government, right? But like, yeah, it's like, yo, if you have like an idiot and like somebody who just knows what they're doing is gonna put a team of people who knows what they're doing, it's like you gotta at least vote for competence, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, I will say something about Donald Trump. He made me appreciate just normal, like, business ass Republicans.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. No,
Because
me
these
too,
are the people
man.
that I used to look at like, yo, fuck these motherfuckers.
I mean, still fuck them.
Yeah, I still feel like that.
Yeah.
I don't agree with them all.
Yeah.
Maybe 95% of shit.
Yeah.
Maybe, high.
Yeah.
98%.
Yeah.
Like, we probably go against each other on a lot of shit.
Yeah.
But I don't think they were as, like, ignorant to the things, and to just what the job was.
They know how to run. They know how to run a government.
Exactly.
This dude doesn't know how to run it. They're like, oh yeah, he'll run a government like his business.
It's like, but it kind of is a business.
Yeah.
It is and it isn't.
It is and it isn't. Yeah.
And it's a rough business because it's the business of everybody.
Yeah.
Which is like, yo, bro, you're doing
Everyone's personal interest.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And when yours is key, that's not the job. You don't take. You should never get into politics to make it about you.
Yeah.
It should be to
You're serving. Like,
you're
it's a
serving the
service
people
job.
that put you there.
Yeah.
So if I vote and if all my fucking constituents and everybody that voted for me fucking wants to do something and pass a law, I should be the one talking up for it. I shouldn't be going against 80% of it.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like if that's imagine that, like healthcare, what we're talking about. Both Republicans, independents, and Democrats highly, I think it's like over 70% agree on doing it.
Yeah, agree
that our
on
money should be paying for this.
Yeah.
And nobody talks about it.
Yeah.
It's like the whole fucking country almost
Yep.
is saying, and I think the other people that aren't saying it just don't care.
Yeah.
They're not paying attention.
Yeah.
But if you ask them too, I'm pretty sure they probably would be like, yeah, our money should fucking
Exactly. Yeah.
pay for
yeah.
pay for healthcare.
What do our
and not for
taxes-
this fucking military
Exactly, yeah.
industrial complex.
Yeah. It's
this
like, what do our
fucking money
taxes pay
machine.
for, right? If like not that.
Exactly. And it's goofy as fuck.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I hope people do pick up on more things now because, like we said, it was the safety and comfort. Mm-hmm. You know.
Yeah. It's a comfort.
And you never grow when you're just super comfortable.
Yeah. No.
You gotta pay attention to the uncomfortable.
Bro, learning that now, or acting on it now. I think I've always known it, but I'm acting on it now.
Yeah, I don't know if I knew that.
Yeah.
Like,
Not always, but yeah, I learned it in my late 20s.
I've heard like cool quotes about it. You know what I mean?
Exactly,
But then when
yeah.
you go through certain aspects, that's when you realize like, oh, it's true. You know, like but you got to go through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you really learn.
Yeah,
anything.
comfort is kind of an enemy.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
And I look at these like super uber fucking stupid rich motherfuckers. I mean, y'all motherfuckers are too comfortable. But that's why motherfuckers like them sometimes. And I don't think it's cool that anybody does this. But that's why when some little thing goes wrong for rich ass motherfuckers, they turn towards like the end of it all. And it's like they'll really fucking end their life because of some shit that we're used to.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
You need, like, humans need some sort of purpose. Like, you need something to drive you forward. And a lot of times, I guess because we get the message of, like, you got to be rich, you got to have a bunch of money shoved down your throat so often. Like, there's definitely seems to be, like I was definitely happy when I was getting that extra $600. Like, I was happier, right?
Yeah.
I was very happy. I was elated, nigga.
I can imagine.
Oh my goodness. But there's a cap on it, right? And if you're only getting if that had kept going like for a whole year and I wasn't able to do stand up or anything that like makes me happy or like actually fills my heart, like it wouldn't be sustainable, right? Like I wouldn't stay that way. You need some sort of like thing to drive you forward, things to accomplish. Like you need to hear, like everybody needs a hero's journey. Like that's what we're all on, right? It's like we all need that shit.
It's fucking totally true, man.
You gotta slay dragons to stay happy and like motivated. Cause comfort is
dangerous. You wither away.
Yeah.
You fucking wither away.
Yeah.
Shit, man. I think I'm actually gonna round it out right there.
All right, cool.
I'm
glad it ended on something profound.
Yeah, because I was just gonna take it to fuck this shit, motherfucker. Your comedy hasn't been there. Fuck this podcast. That's terrible, man. I'll probably cut that, but maybe not. Yo, JaRon, thank you for doing this.
Of course, bro.
Thank you for fucking listening. That was JaRon Young. Peace.
I look for tellable stories that are physically tellable, and from a plot point of view, that which is at least pliable. You know what I mean, don't you?
Yes,